Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Gio Garcia here alongside Christian Mosqueda back in the building. Um, Episode number 142, I believe, is up there. I don't know. We're losing track. It's all good. We'll get back to you when we hit 200. Right, Chris?
Yeah. Man, we used to get excited with the numbers, man. Now it's like, 142, 139, 137. It's all good.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens, man.
It's good.
Do you think David Benavidez will get lost with the numbers? You think he'll forget about
The numbers he's
the
getting.
magic number 168?
I was going to say the numbers he's getting paid or which one are you talking about?
The magic number, man, 168. Weigh-ins are tomorrow for David Benavidez. He's fighting against Ronald Ellis. From what I've seen, he's already on weight. He's already on track to make that weight of 168.
Would you be surprised if either of these men didn't make weight? Benavidez especially?
No, for some reason during the pandemic, people have been missing weight, man. So we still got to wait and see.
And right here in this poster, he looks pretty thin. You see the face, you see the bone structure, but I mean...
I can make you look thin.
I can make you look like a 10. Man.
Nah, but yeah, Benavidez against Ellis. Obviously, he's going to be competing again this time with the Zone. That fight is on Showtime. He's going to be competing with the Zone. Of course, last time Adrian Broner was competing with, that was the Valdez night, right?
Yeah.
Against Berchelt. Numbers didn't do that good, but...
Expected, though.
Yeah, now we'll see. Where's the Benavidez fight? It's in Connecticut, right?
Yeah.
Again, so they should be on at around the same time, maybe the main events. But I'm pretty sure most people will be tuned in to Estrada, of course, against Chocolatito. But there should be one of those Yildirim fights, I believe. Ronald Ellis, 18-1, 2 draws, 12 knockouts. And, of course, Benavidez 23-0, 20 KOs. It's one of those fights. He just kind of has to get it out the way. Of course, he was stripped from the title 2 times, so he kind of has to get in line again, and wait for another opportunity. Pretty sure he'll get it soon. We're all hoping it's Canelo, right? After Canelo gets all the titles. Doesn't seem like Plant wants to fight, so, yeah, it's just a fight that Benavidez will have to get through. First of all, of course, make weight, and after that, he should be good.
Yeah, to me, this is a big, not a huge fight, but it's a big. Everybody's gonna be keeping eyes on this fight because they want a good fight from Benavidez to get people excited. If he looks the way Billy Saunders, has fought lesser opponents, people will not get excited for Benavidez. This is the fight where he has to get a knockout or look sensational, make this guy look like he should have never been in the ring with us. So he's gotta make a statement. He's gotta make a statement because if he looks lackluster, they're gonna compare him to Billy Joe, which I believe and you believe that should win this one rather easy.
Yeah, who do you think will win, Billy Joe or Benavidez?
Billy Joe or Benavidez? That's the thing. Billy Joe is more experienced. He's more experienced. Benavidez is, still very young, 23. He's been a 2-time 168 title holder. I wanna say Benavidez, but I know it won't be easy, and I feel like he'll lose a few of the earlier rounds because Billy's just gonna try to outbox. But eventually, I think Benavidez, breaks him down, and I think it goes to decision, but he wins. What about you? I know you're not too keen on Billy Joe.
Yeah, I think Benavidez beats him. I want to say easy though.
Oh, really? Yeah. You think?
Yeah, you said Billy Joe.
No, I said Benavidez, but it's gonna be tough.
Oh.
Yeah.
I could see him stopping Billy. Yeah. I just don't trust Billy's chin, man. I don't trust the chin. But no, yeah, that's all I. What are you saying, Mosqueda? Take a firm stand. Say it with your chest.
You want to do decision time? I brought some little props
for
Benavidez and Ellis.
All right.
Let's
go.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna go with the same, right? Should we hold it up together?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah.
KO.
The question is, what
What
round?
round? Now, should we make this part of the predictions or not? It's not a big enough fight. I'd rather make the Breakus against McCaskill fight
Okay.
one of the ones. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll decide by the end of the show. But
If we get it right, we'll definitely add it as part of the.
but we're both going for the KO. I might pull up the laptop on the side and have it, during the zone card, if if they're on at the same time. But yeah, I mean that David Benavidez is an exciting fighter, but we do want to see him in bigger fights. Now, obviously, like I said, he needs to kind of get back in line. He got stripped of his titles twice, so now he's got to earn that spot again. But that's all I got on Benavidez, man. We gave him about 6 minutes.
To me, it's just that how he does against an opponent who's he's supposed to take care of and look impressive. So, yeah, that's it. He should knock him out. I would say under 6 rounds.
All right, take care of
go.
business. I'm gonna say like 8-9, man. Let's see how much making weight will affect them. But I'm gonna say 8-9. He didn't look bad in his last outing against. Wait, what was his last fight? It wasn't.
His last fight was.
It wasn't.
Against,
It wasn't the guy who beat Anthony Sims.
I think it was.
Was
bro.
it?
Let's see. Pull it up. Real
Was
quick.
it?
I think it was.
I got bad memory nowadays.
Yeah.
Angulo?
Romero Alexis Angulo, and he
didn't make
took him
weight,
out.
obviously.
broke him down. He did exactly
Yeah,
what.
we'll see. I don't know much about Ellis, but I think Benavidez might be a little rusty. I don't know if I'm just making an assumption here that the weight cut might affect him a little bit, but ultimately KO.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, next question. Let's move on, man. The fight of the weekend, possible fight of the year candidate. Will we get a KO in this one? What do you guys think? If you guys are watching this live, let me just run through some of the numbers here. Juan Francisco Estrada El Gallo, 30 years old. And of course, this fight, McCaskill and Breakus, is on the undercard, and we'll talk about that a little bit. But Juan Francisco Estrada, 41-3. Of course, he lost to Soren Visay, and he avenged that loss. He lost to Chocolatito, but this was back in 2012.
Yeah.
Quite a while ago, man. 9. Shout out to the George Razzo podcast, man. Our guys here checking in. Shout out to
George is just hating, man.
Shout out to let's put the camera on him, man. There he is.
Ya me puse nervioso.
What do you guys think about the shirt?
This is homage to our boy Brian, Queen Brian. Homage.
Oh, I thought you were never mind. I thought you were going somewhere else. But anyway, back to this. Back to the fight, man. Juan Francisco Estrada. His last fight was against Carlos Cuadras, and that was the second fight against Cuadras, second win against Cuadras, and of course, took him out of there. But can he do that against Chocolatito? Now let's run through some of the numbers here for Chocolatito. He's only 33 years old.
Yeah.
He's only 33 years old. He looks a lot older. He has 50 plus fights. I think that's why, in the way that Soren Visay took him out too. It makes it seem like he's a little older, but he's only about 2 to 3 years older than El Gallo. El Gallo is about to be 31 actually next month, I believe. But Chocolatito 50-2. His only 2 losses come to Soren Visay, who will be fighting tomorrow. So that should be interesting. Possible trilogy coming. Right, last time out they fought on the same day. Roman Gonzalez and Soren Visay, right? Or am I mistaken there?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Are you guessing or?
No, it was like this time. It was a day before. It was a Friday, and then
I think it was Thailand time, maybe.
yeah.
No. I'm sorry. Well, Soren Visay, he fought around the same date, but Estrada and Gonzalez fought on the same card, if I'm not mistaken. But
They're staying close.
yeah, man, I like that trio. But Chocolatito Gonzalez 50-2, only 2 losses to Soren Visay, and his last 2 fights against Yanfai got a KO, and then Israel Gonzalez by unanimous decision. Of course, the first fight against Ormvisa was very close, and the first fight with El Gallo too. I thought it was closer than the scorecards read, but I mean, Gonzalez Chocolatito got that title back when he beat Yanfai, and now there's an opportunity for a unification against El Gallo Estrada. Man, they're both gonna rewind the clock a little bit.
Yeah. So you what?
Can Chocolatito do it? I'm gonna pull up the the polls that we did on our Instagram. People seem to always get it right, either on Instagram or YouTube. And I'm gonna read the YouTube poll as well, but they seem to get it right. I think I'm gonna just go with whatever they say. No, but I think I've made up my mind. I think I have, but we'll get into that in a little bit.
So you're gonna use the audience for your bets?
Hey, y'all know your shit. Y'all know more than us, apparently.
Man. So what do you think? Revenge or repeat? Revenge for El Gallo Estrada?
I'm gonna let you go first because I'm about to pull up these. I'm about to pull up the polls. I want to see what the numbers look like. I haven't checked them in the last 3 hours or so.
So the last time these guys fought, dude, they fought in solo boxeo. Like you said, 2012. El Gallo Estrada was in his early 20s. Roman Gonzalez was in his mid-20s, 26, 27. Por ahí. I think you mentioned, you hit on something really, really important. Roman Gonzalez has had 2 defeats, but not just, decision defeats. It was that he got knocked out. So I think he's coming a little bit more hurt. Juan Francisco Estrada is coming with the momentum. He's a champ. They're both the champs. One the WBC, the other the WBA. But I think a guy who comes in a little bit fresher, with more confidence, with the momentum. I'm going to have to say Juan Francisco Estrada by decision. I do not think this goes to a knockout. So let's pull this up. El Gallo by decision.
Shit,
See it there. See it there, folks. What you got?
So I'm looking at the Instagram polls and they're making me doubt now.
Ooh.
Right? Normally these people get it right. I don't know if they're betting with their hearts. I don't know if they know some shit that we don't. But they got the Valdez one right. They got the Canelo right under 6 rounds. I guess that one wasn't as difficult. Yeah. But, man, so far, 8 votes for El Gallo and 13 for Chocolatito. So far. And I always like to look at the boxers who vote.
Interesting.
This guy by the name of Brian Dominguez, a very renowned boxer. No,
Shout out.
He voted for Chocolatito. But I see one boxer here also voted for Chocolatito. I see our guy Andy Aguilar voted for Chocolatito.
Interesting.
That's I like to normally shout out to our guys from Manny Montana's podcast. Hey. He has his page. They voted for El Gallo Estrada. They know their stuff. Man.
Dun 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 dun. Here we go. See, I didn't even look at the audience. I didn't want to be influenced.
Yeah.
But you're right, dude. The majority usually gets it right. So, or for who? For who?
El Gallo is gonna be mi gallo in this fight, man.
Okay.
And I think I made up my mind like 2 hours ago. I was watching some of the highlights of the first fight. Like I said, I thought it was a closer fight than the scorecards read. But this was in 2012. And Big Bro saying here, Chocolatito's an old 33. Yeah, I was very surprised by the fight against Yanfai, especially. And, in his prime days, it was a very tough fight against El Gallo. And I don't think he can duplicate that same performance. Especially now in 2021, we're talking about they fought 9 years ago. So it's a tough one, man. A lot of people that I've spoken to are kind of going back and forth. But I'm going to be firm somewhat, I guess, in my prediction. And I'm going to go with El Gallo by decision. I think Chocolatito's best days are behind him. And I think Estrada just seems to get better and better, and he's 30 years old. He's had a lot of fights as well. He's 41-3, but he's on a roll right now. He has all the momentum in the world.
Yeah, I think we're showing respect to Chocolatito by saying decision. We both. I think it's gonna be a great fight and it's gonna go the distance. I think. Is it possible for one to knock out the other? Yes.
Yeah.
But I think in this fight, there's gonna be just a lot of will and heart and determination, and from Estrada, he wants to avenge that loss.
Yeah, and I'm gonna show you guys a live poll right here. I don't know what it looks like yet. I'm gonna go ahead and cast my vote for El Gallo. And actually on YouTube, look at that. 60% of the people thus far are saying El Gallo. 82 votes so far.
Interesting.
So, and then let me read this comment right here by someone. Mad Dog H put a rooster right there. He's going with El Gallo. So, yeah, it's divided, definitely. The polls are divided, but I think we're united here.
Yeah. And
with the Gallo.
And we're not going for a guy, or we're not saying the guy because he gave us a shout out. I know you met him in Venice, right?
Cool. Funny story about that.
Yeah.
So if you guys will see the his shout out at the end. I think he's one of the first ones. He actually, I met him at Venice Beach here in Cali. This was the Soren Visai rematch. If you guys remember, that fight was here at the Forum. They had a whole media workout thing here at Venice Beach. It was pretty cool. It was April 2009, I want to say. Yeah, 2009.
No, I think it was.
I'm sorry, 2019?
2019, yeah.
2019? I believe so, 2019. I don't know why I said 9, but I meant 19. And they were all there. I was with our guy, Anthony Sims Jr., who popped up back on Instagram, huh?
Yeah.
Magically. Magically.
I'll tell you something he said.
Yeah, and I was going for Soren Visa in that rematch. I was going for Soren Visa. I was a bit disappointed. If you guys remember, he didn't even use his southpaw stance for the most part against Gallo in that rematch. But I met both of them. They're cool. Soren Visa, obviously, he didn't speak English, so we didn't say much. But I did get my poster signed by him, and I took a picture. I don't really take pictures with people, not even family members, but
not even the homies, man.
Yeah, but took a picture with him because I really like him. And then I saw Gallo. He was really cool. I think I spoke to him for like 5 to 10 minutes off camera. And then I took a picture with him just out of respect because I like him too. But in that fight, I was going for Soren Visai. And then, you guys will see the shout out once the episode concludes. He says, saludos a mis amigos de Contra las Cuerdas.
Hey.
And he's really cool. But I actually like Chocolatito a little more. I like Chocolatito a little more, but bias to the side. Yeah, I think Gallo's going to win.
Yeah, bias to the side because I actually met Chocolatito at the...
I can't find the videos.
Before they... we'll send them.
I can't find them.
Before they fight, and I'm not going to lie, even though I liked him and I think he was a cool, humble dude, I thought he was going to lose that fight. I just saw him very timid, very quiet. I was like, I don't know if he's all there. He in that interview, which we'll pull up in the future, I just saw him his mind ready to retire. I thought he was just talking about, of course, God and what he wants to do with, like, he wants to be with his family. I kind of felt like he was already looking into retirement, so that made me feel like, oh, this fight. I don't know. I wasn't favoring him for that fight. So, but he surprised me, surprised a lot of people. And who knows, man? He could surprise us again. Never know.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be shocked, but I would be surprised. And Clyde from Comics Vet here says, I've been rooting for Chocolatito for years.
Cool, dude.
Hard to go against him. So who are you going with, Clyde? Are you locking it in? Are you going with Chocolatito? Don't let us influence you, man.
Yeah.
Mad Dog H says he's been waiting for this W for 8 years.
Yeah.
From El Gallo.
Yeah, and
was that him who commented? Yeah, Mad Dog H was the one who commented on. Shout out to you, man. He commented on the poll there, and he. Clyde is going for. Okay.
Yeah. So for those that are checking in,
tough, man.
We locked in a decision for Chocolatito. A decision for El Gallo over Chocolatito, but
flip-flopping already.
Nah, but honestly, anything can happen in boxing, and you can never count out, Chocolatito in a way. To be honest, I know we were talking about who was the greatest in Mexican history just last week. If we talk about who was the greatest in Nicaraguan history, he's up there with Alexis Arguello. He might even be above Alexis Arguello, having that number one spot for years. So this is Nicaragua's finest, and he's not gonna want to go away, you know, that easily. So
I'll say this about Chocolatito: he has the hardest ring walk entrance
yeah,
in boxing, guaranteed, easy, not even close. Not even Deontay Wilder's suit gets close to that, man. Like Chocolatito's entrance, somehow it will hype you up. But yeah, man.
I mean, I always bring this up, Gio. There's the expected decision. What does boxing want to happen? If you're a businessman in the politics of boxing, who do you want to win? Who do you benefit from winning? You know, whether a rematch, whether, you know, push the winner to greater heights. Who do you want to win?
I think it's 50-50 at this point. I'll say 50-50 because obviously El Gallo's younger. He's 30 years old, soon to be 31. He has a few more years left than Chocolatito, you would think. But Chocolatito's still a pretty big name. Let's not forget he was on the a lot of the Golovkin undercards. And he's a guy who can sell tickets. I think ticket sales will come back soon. But I think in the USA, Chocolatito maybe is a type of fighter that would get higher ratings than El Gallo Estrada. But if El Gallo wins, this is just going to propel him to new levels because he beat Soren Visai, who I thought was one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world, especially after knocking out Chocolatito. I thought the first one was very close. Chocolatito maybe pulled it off. But in the second one, he left no doubt, knocked Chocolatito out. Soren Visai. He had beat El Gallo before that. And now El Gallo is doing the same thing. If he can beat Chocolatito and if he can beat Soren Visai, it kind of propels him to a new level. But let me read some of the comments here real quick. Clyde, Chocolatito by upset, split decision. I can see that, man. I can see that. Yeah. I can see that. I'm not mad at that. And then Mad Dog says, don't go for chocolate, not even on Valentine's Day. So he's all about that chicken.
It's all about that chicken. I mean, Vegas odds probably have Estrada a slight favorite.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if people put some money on Chocolatito. You know, this is a guy who's been beaten him before, so he can do it again. The question is whether, you know, he can reverse the time a little bit, or you know, have the perfect strategy. We've talked about, you know, in past fights, the perfect strategy with the Valdez, you know, Berchelt fight. Perfect strategy by the corner.
Imagine Estrada with the Canelo team.
Anybody with the Canelo team, man, right now.
I was thinking, a guy like Diego Pacheco with the Canelo team.
Yeah, man,
that would be crazy because he had a tough fight last time out. He fought against a veteran, pummeled him, but did he stop? No, it was a decision at the end of the day. The other gentleman survived, but that was a tough fight. Yeah. But yeah, man, I think the Canelo team, if not this year, next year, they're gonna have a lot of people knocking at their gym door, saying, "What can you do for us, Canelo team? We're ready to take it to the next level."
Yeah, we already seen that they're doing some things with Andrew Ruiz. We'll see if he can also, you know, up their stock. If anybody that fixes Andy Ruiz, man, they're doing something right.
Fixes. You said fixes?
Yeah. All right. What else we got on that card, Gio?
Yeah, let's talk about the undercard, man. Jessica McCaskill. I'm gonna say her name first because she is the undisputed, or she got all the belts at the welterweight division for the women's boxing division. She's 9-2, 36 years old, but she did beat Cecilia Brækhus, who is 36-1, 39 years old. And yeah, that should be interesting. I can't even remember if I watched the first fight, honestly.
I saw the first fight. I honestly thought Brækhus won that fight.
Yeah, I know it was close. Close.
It was close. It could have gone either way, but I felt it more for Brækhus. But Cecilia, she's a lady, man. She is one of those great ambassadors to the sport. I didn't see her argue too much with that decision. And honestly, most people would be like, you know what, I thought it was close. She's like, no, she deserves the win. She kind of announced her retirement after that fight. A lot of people told her, you're not done. Come back. You still have a lot to offer. So we have this fight here. But a close fight. I expect another close fight. Yeah, that one's tough. That one's tough to decide right now on the spot.
Yeah, she's 39. That's the only thing that kind of worries me. The first one was like a majority decision, so very, very, very close fight. I'm gonna go for the younger lady here, Jessica McCaskill, the underdog. She was a big underdog right in the first fight, pulled it off. I'm kind of rooting for her again, but it would be dope to see Cecilia get her titles back and retire. Right?
Yeah.
Wasn't she already speaking about retirement?
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, she has a lot more experience. McCaskill 9-2. Interesting. The two losses she lost in her second fight as a pro, and then she lost to Katie Taylor. So yeah, interesting there. 9-2. I don't know. That should be good. I'm kind of rooting for her, but I wouldn't mind either way. Yeah. That should be a good undercard. And then there's another interesting fight on there, right? Another title fight.
Yeah, and that is Hiroto Kageuchi versus Exo Aragon Vega. Interesting. I haven't seen this guy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I know him when I don't.
Me neither.
Hiroto Kageuchi, but he's light fly, 14-0-0. Yeah, it seems like they're trying to push this young man. Let's see where he's at.
Yeah, and just some comments here from Mad Dog. Shout out to you. Respect to Chocolatito, great Hall of Fame career, but I feel he has more wear and tear. Yeah, that's the part that worries me. If he doesn't have a full tank, man, against a guy like Estrada, it's going to be a tough night. And then, he's a legend already. And then comment on Pacheco. Pacheco sparred Canelo for the Smith fight and said he learned a lot. So might want to join the No Boxing, No Life team. Yeah, and that was a smart decision by the Canelo team. Bring in a guy, Pacheco's 6'4", maybe 6'5" now. He's 19 still, I believe. He's still growing. That was a smart choice to bring him in against Canelo for that Smith fight.
Yeah. What does a win over, their opponent do for their careers for Gallo or for Chocolatito? What do you think, Gio? What does it do for Gallo Estrada's legacy?
I think it takes him back. Most certainly for Chocolatito, it puts him back on the pound for pound list. Somewhere in there. I think Gallo's already on there, but it probably puts him up there, maybe top 5 even. I feel like besides like the top 2 or 3, there's everything else is kind of debatable. We live in an era where a lot of guys don't fight each other, so that's why I still hold these guys to a high regard. The guys like Soren Visai, Estrada, and Chocolatito taking on these big fights, fighting other top pound for pound fighters. Nobody else in any other division is really doing that. Hopefully the heavyweights can get in there with each other. But this division right here is hot. I think for El Gallo, it puts him up there with as one of the greatest Mexican champions. We talked about Canelo already last week. I think El Gallo can put his name up there, somewhere up there, whether it's top 10, top 12, top 15, or if you want to put him even higher. There's been a lot of great Mexican champions, but if El Gallo can pull this off, he can say, I beat 2 of the best fighters in my generation in my weight class, Chocolatito and Soren Visai. And then he owns 2 wins over Carlos Cuadras, who's a very good opponent as well. So that's great for him. And as far as Chocolatito, I think this kind of resurrects his career. But even if he wins, I wouldn't necessarily want him to keep fighting for 3-4 more years. Like they mentioned here in the comment section, I think he's kind of an older 33. And he's been through many, many wars. But if he can pull this one off, we're probably talking about the greatest Nicaraguan fighter of all time.
Yeah. For me, even now, they're early 30s. It's the twilight. They're coming over the hill towards the end of their careers. I think they've done so much for that super fly division, a division that normally people don't pay attention. More people pay attention to the welterweights, middleweights, heavyweights. So I feel like they've done a lot of service to that division, to the little guys. Now with social media, now with new avenues to stream fights, they put that division on notice. And so, again, sometimes that division doesn't get the attention that it deserves. These guys are throwing, so many punches. They're smaller guys, lots of energy, stamina, and sometimes they don't get the love that other divisions get. So props to these two guys who, have shed light on this division. And man, I'm expecting another great fight. I don't think it's going into the knockout. I think they will. They're there to be hit. So I think we're gonna get a fight of the year candidate. So I'm excited to see that this weekend.
The one thing that does worry me about Chocolatito is he gets hit a lot.
Yeah.
Last 5-6 fights, he's been getting hit a lot, and it seems like it doesn't really bother him until it does. So against a guy like Estrada, I don't think he can afford to trade punches like that, especially on the inside. But we'll see, man. We'll see. This is one, like you said, probably one of the fights of the years. Hopefully, it's going down. Where is this? Dallas, Texas, right?
Yeah.
Dallas, Texas. Should be good. Should be a good card, man. I'll be tuned in without a doubt. I'll be watching that whole card. But yeah, anything else you want to add on that?
I didn't get my prediction for the Jessica McCaskill Cecilia Breakus, but I'm gonna say Cecilia, bro. I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna say Cecilia.
I like them.
Yeah,
I like both of them. They're cool. Yeah, like if you look at them, you wouldn't think they're boxers.
Yeah, super.
That's one thing I noticed. You can say it, Chris.
We actually saw Cecilia's last fight. That was the last HBO fight that they had.
Wow. That was the one.
Yeah. That was the one. That was the one.
Yeah. Sad day, man. It was like 200 fans in attendance.
Yeah, not a lot. They shed some tears. Roy Jones.
Oh yeah.
Jim Lampley. Some tears were shed.
I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys while you speak, Chris. I don't know if you have any other topics here. I'll give you like a minute or so while I do this. Take it away. Say a joke or something.
Yeah, no. So those are the three main fights that we're gonna be keeping an eye on: the Juan Francisco Estrada, Roma Chocolatito, the WBC, WBA titles on the line. We're gonna keep an eye on Jessica McCaskill versus Cecilia Breakus. Can Cecilia regain the titles and go for a few more runs, or will she call it a career after this fight? And of course, the David Benavidez versus Ronald Ellis. What will David Benavidez do to heighten his stock? To get people excited about a possible Canelo fight down the road. So I'm excited for those.
Yeah, did you see Eddie Reynoso's? He had something to say about Benavidez.
Oh, no. What do you say?
I'll show you the tweet. I'll pull it up.
All right, for sure.
But in the meantime, this is where our little quiniela is kind of looking like. I need to add two of the ones that we got wrong in here, the Jackson Mariñez, and
okay.
We got the Canelo one, the rounds wrong at least. But this is somewhat what it's gonna look like. 1 point for choosing the correct winner, and then another point for choosing the correct method, right? Whether it's KO or decision. So we both have 2 points. We haven't got anything right since. But and then we're both going with UD for Estrada. Now let's throw in the women's fight since we have a different prediction. You're saying Breakus.
I said Cecilia.
Yeah.
Do you want the
decision?
method? I'm gonna say decision.
All right. And then I'm gonna go with McCaskill decision. All right. That should be close, man. That should be close fight. 2-minute rounds, if you guys remember correctly. And I think it's only 10 rounds, so 20 total minutes of action. So that should be pretty good. But it's gonna look something like this. I can insert some of you guys' decisions. You guys have been giving us your decisions for the other fights as well. I think my brother was the only one who said Comey KO.
Comey KO, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's probably ahead, huh? He's probably ahead.
Yeah, that's 2 points right there.
2 points.
And
he's got bragging rights right now. He doesn't get a lot of those.
And then the Canelo, what round was it? 3? Yeah,
3.
That's 3 rounds. So yeah, it'll look something like that. But while you continue to talk, Chris, I'll show them the Canelo team answer to Benavidez. They had some things to say, I guess, about Canelo ducking them and stuff like that.
Yeah. Did you hear about Tyson Fury's new that he's drinking 10 pints a day until he gets the Joshua fight? He's been going online joking.
Drinking what?
I'm guessing beer. So he's saying I'll be drinking 10 pints a day because he's not, he's got nothing to really work for. And like when he gets that fight, he's gonna stop.
Living the life.
That's gypsy life, man. Gypsy life. I actually saw that fight again yesterday. Wilder versus Tyson Fury too. And honestly, it was much more dominating the second time around that I saw it. I'm like, man, you rewatch a fight knowing already what Wilder said about the suit, about the excuses, all that. It's much more enjoyable seeing that around.
All right, here we have. Did you see this picture?
Oh,
I guess
okay.
Canelo
I
was on
saw
the
that.
podcast.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. And then let's see if we can find the. Oh, okay, here it is, man. So I guess Benavidez was saying that they were avoiding him, blah, blah, blah. So Eddie said, I don't know if someone translated this for him, but he said, we do not avoid anyone 2 times losing the title belt below the ring, probably outside the ring. Answers your concern, champ. Regards. So that's kind of like what we were saying in the past few weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about basically the discipline factor, and that's what should be his concern.
Yeah.
But hey, at least there's some engagement there now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like when it comes to boxing, there's got to be some pre-fight entertainment, some trash talking, something to get people stirring. You know, with the Gallito and Chocolatito, these guys are very respectful, humble, calm dudes. They're not known for being the most obnoxious or that kind. But you kind of still you respect, you like, it's gonna be a good fight, and that's not needed. But every now and then, that trash talking, that getting under people's skin, that helps, and that just that's a driving force to get excited about a fight. So it's good to hear that Benavidez. We've like we said, we've interviewed him before. He's talked shit about Canelo. He said, don't come into my division. Fast forward 2 years later, Canelo owns that division and the one above it. So,
All
we'll
right,
see.
y'all, man, Mad Dog is on fire over here in the comment section, man. He says, I heard Wilder is looking for a body shop to fix his dent. But what happened to my audio here, man?
See?
Okay, I was trying to hit him with the.
Dude, the thing with Wilder, he's got the best right in the business. And then when I saw that fight again, I'm like, man, somebody teach him how to set up, throw a proper jab, or there was no inside game. Like there was none of the basics, and you saw Tyson just doing, inside work, body shots.
Soup, man, come on.
It's the soup.
It's a water bottle.
Man, but if you just teach him that jab, if someone teaches him how to throw a proper jab, and that will set up your right for all day, man. All day. All right. Any other fights that you're looking forward to at the end of the year, Gio?
Yeah, I'm about to pull up the schedule right here because we do have a fight, not this weekend, but the one after that. Let me pull it up for you.